We are here at Posthuset in Stockholm for the 2023 BioStock Investor Meeting, and I'm joined by the CEO of Cyxone, Carl-Magnus Högerkorp. Welcome, Carl-Magnus.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here. Cyxone, what is Cyxone all about? What is the company's vision?
Yeah, so Cyxone is developing transforming therapies for autoimmune diseases. So we are active in a couple of indications. So rheumatoid arthritis, where we have the lead project, Rebexamod, and multiple sclerosis, which is our second project, T20K.
Mm-hmm. And you recently changed strategy regarding your lead project. Could you tell us a little bit more about the direction of this new strategy?
Indeed, yeah. It's a very important strategy change for us. It has pretty big implications for how we are approaching the market with this compound. So previously we had a plan to position the drug, which sort of was competing with a quite well-established market. But given the properties of the molecule and also given the feedback that we get from key opinion leaders, both in the US and Europe, we've come to understand that Rebexamod can be better positioned in a totally different segment of patients that are partially responding to TNF-alpha blockers or are inadequate responders to TNF-alpha blockers. Mm-hmm. So this is a segment that is growing, given the introduction of quite a number of TNF-alpha blocker biosimilars. So we see a very interesting opportunity in this particular patient segment.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of opportunity, could you tell us a little bit more about the market potential for your pipeline?
We are working in large indications. So rheumatoid arthritis, it's 20 million people in the world that suffers from rheumatoid arthritis, and biggest markets you have 5 million. So it's a large market, and Humira, which is the best-selling drug in the world, selling for $20 billion US, its main indication is within rheumatoid arthritis. So it's well-established, sustainable markets that we're approaching. So, of course, we need to be smart about how we actually approach that market.
Mm-hmm. And how about the competitive landscape for Cyxone? Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Indeed, yeah. So there are currently not too many projects in rheumatoid arthritis under development in phase 2, like we are in phase 2 with Rebexamod. So we're talking about 15 to 20 projects worldwide. To contrast that with, for instance, oncology, where in Sweden alone you probably have 150 projects. So from a competitor point of view, it's very interesting to develop drugs in this particular space, and of course eventually you have the big pharma companies that are active in this space.
Mm-hmm. And finally, what are some of the milestones you're most looking forward to in the coming months?
Yeah, so we're of course looking forward to start proof of concept studies in order to establish positive signals in this new patient segment in rheumatoid arthritis. So the next step is of course to establish an interaction with a number of clinics in Europe, and then start recruiting patients into that study.
Mm-hmm. Great. Well, we look forward to continue following Cyxone along the way, and thank you again for joining us for the event today.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.